Hello YouTube! I'm Uncle Matt. This is my workbench. Hello again and welcome back to Uncle Matt's Workbench. This is going to be my first toy haul video. I may do more of these in the future, I may not. I'm not sure, but I do go out hunting on a regular basis. There's a couple of flea markets in the area, and when it's nice out we've got a lot of yard sales, and there are several Goodwill stores in the county I live in. One particular in my city I live in, I frequent. I go in there at least a couple times a week, and I was in there today and I found this bag of action figures, which is exactly why I go to Goodwill as often as I do. You can see there's quite a lot in there, and I only paid $6 for this whole bag of figures. So I'm going to open this up for you now, and we're going to go through it and see what we got. So let's see what we got here first. We've got a Mace Windu. So he's got some kind of action there. I don't actually collect these more modern Star Wars figures, but I mean, after getting this lot today, I mean, I think I might start. I think this guy right here is a keeper. I'm going to have to fashion a lightsaber for him unless I can find one somewhere. Set him off to the side here. See what else I've got. Oh, looks like the exact same Windu figure minus his head. So that one will go into a beater lot for sale, probably on eBay. Let's stick him over here. And I have a Qui-Gon Jinn. Let's see. I don't think he has any action features, but he's kind of got an odd pose. But I don't have a Qui-Gon, so I'm going to keep him. If I find a better one, I'll replace him. This is an Obi-Wan. I'm not sure when he's from. Let's see, what's that say there? From 2000? Yeah, he's got some yellowing. Unfortunately, he's missing an arm, but I like this Obi-Wan. I think a cloth robe over the top of his light robes would be pretty much perfect, the way I would have wanted the original Obi-Wan to have been. Yeah, that peg for his arm is broken off in there. I'm going to go ahead and keep him. Never know, I might find another one that I can replace his arm. So this is, I think this would be Rhino from Spider-Man, Marvel Comics universe. I'm not really interested in these. I don't collect these. I'm not going to collect these. I'll put him in probably a Marvel specific lot for sale on eBay. I have a Kit Fisto. He's a pretty nice looking figure. It's got a lot of articulation. It's in pretty good shape. Nothing's broken. And he's going to go over here with the keepers. And we have, I think this is a vintage collection Vader. I hate that they call it vintage collection. It gets confusing when you're referring to vintage figures versus modern vintage figures. It doesn't make any sense. But I actually like this figure, and he's missing his arm too, unfortunately. But I don't have this Vader. I like this Vader a lot. I'm going to keep him till I find a replacement. And we have a Darth Maul here. I don't have a Darth Maul either. I'm not a Darth Maul fanboy like a lot of people are. I mean, I think he's cool, but personally in the film itself, I don't feel like he really demonstrated as high fluency with the Force as, you know, he's portrayed. I don't think he was as powerful as people made him out to be. I mean, he had some fighting skill, but I mean, all we saw was like minor telekinesis as far as Force goes. I don't think he was all that powerful. Personally, I think Dooku could have whooped him. Anakin certainly could have whooped him. Pretty much most people, I think, from the franchise could have whooped Maul, but I mean, he just looks cool, so everybody loves him. I like him. He's a keeper. I'm keeping him. And who is this? I actually have no clue who this is. I don't recognize this character at all. I don't even know if this is Star Wars. I really don't know. Hate to give him up and then learn about him later and be like, oh, wish I would have kept him. He's pretty cool. I'm going to keep him. You know what? I think he might be from Rebels. I think he's missing a hat. Is this one of the bounty hunters? Mercenaries from Rebels? I'm not sure. So he's got a... Is that dagger removable? Yeah. Looks like he should have two of them, though. Yeah, I'll keep him. And we have a General Grievous. I think that this looks like maybe from the scene where he battles Obi-Wan and his chest gets exposed and Obi-Wan kills him with a blaster of all things. And I don't have a Grievous. I'm going to put him in my keeper lot. Here we have a headless Commander Cody, perhaps. Oh, and a footless. It's a shame he's missing so many pieces, because I mean, I think this would be a nice figure. I'd like to keep this one, but I don't think there's much of a chance of me finding both a head and a foot for him. Possibly another beater figure like this, but you know what? I'm going to stick this one in the beater lot. And we have a headless battle droid. And I don't see any parts. I don't see any spare parts in this bag, so I think I'll stick him in the beater lot as well. And he's only missing a head. I don't know. Yeah, he's going in the beater lot. What do we have here? Count Dooku. Personally, Count Dooku's my favorite Sith Lord. I mean, it's Christopher Lee. Come on. But he demonstrated not only fighting skills in the movies he was in, but also he demonstrated a lot of, you know, a fluency with, you know, the Force. I mean, he was bad. He was bad to the bone. Kicked Anakin's ass once, you know, but not so lucky the second time around. But actually in the Clone Wars series, he bested Obi-Wan and Anakin more than once, I believe. He's a really cool bad guy, and I'm keeping him. Here we have yet another Kit Fisto. Something looks like he's got a little something stuck on him there. Doesn't seem to have an action feature, but it's pretty highly articulate. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's some kind of springy action there. I don't know if there's some way of triggering it or not, but he's kind of got a ridiculous pose with his legs. That's one thing I don't like about some of these figures from this era. Is, you know, I'd rather be able to pose them myself than him be stuck in a permanent pose like that. But he's not broken, so for now he's going to go with keepers. And the last figure, I don't know what this is. I mean, if I had to guess, I'd say this is one of those characters, possibly from the Watchmen. But I really don't know who this is. And I have no intentions of keeping this figure. This will go in a sell lot as well. She'll go with Rhino. And if I find any more Marvel figures, you know, they'll go in that lot as well. And that is it. So let's see. For my keepers today, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 figures that I'll be keeping. Only $6 for the lot. 5 that I don't intend to keep. It's less than $1 a figure. I think I did pretty good today. But you know, if this is a hobby of yours as well, I'd, you know, definitely check out Goodwill. First time you walk in there, you're not likely to find something that interests you. You pretty much have to go in there, you know, on a regular basis. You know, start maybe just once a month, go in, you know, and maybe up that to maybe once a week, you know, and you'll increase your chances of finding something like this. I go, you know, 2, 3, sometimes 4 times a week because I pass by it almost every day just on my regular errands. And, you know, most of the time I leave empty-handed, but every once in a while find something really good. So, until next time, this is Uncle Matt. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.